Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Herblin. I've got a new episode of Dwarf Fortress for you guys. I did a little recording yesterday, and I wasn't really happy with what got done, because not a lot got done. It was a pretty dry episode of not very much happening. You can see that we have a idler problem. Now that I've switched auto labors off, I've been struggling to keep the idlers with different tasks to do, though that's going to come with time as we get different jobs that actually need to be done. Right now I just don't have any big projects going on. Actually, I've signed most of these idlers to go out and pick plants. So a lot of the dwarves that don't have a job right now do have the labor assigned to go pick plants. So that should put a lot of them to work. Anyways, it looks like they're having a great time here in the Great Hall. Actually, you can see it looks like they're kind of having some kind of party in there. You got like a chicken dancing around on the table. You got dwarves just like running around. Now that we've got alcohol, they're just having a great time. I think they're having a fun time. Anyways, last episode that I again didn't show you guys because not enough happened for me to use that recording. I don't think. We had some traders come by, and we were actually able to trade off most of those silver spiked balls, and we got a bunch of food, fish, cheese, all that good stuff. But we also were able to get bronze items and iron items. We bought everything they had, which wasn't too much, but we got some very small amounts of bronze, and then I set up a whole bunch of smelters and melted that all down. So we got iron, we got a couple iron bars, and we got a couple of bronze bars, and I'm just waiting for some of the flux stone to come out of the mines, and we're going to make that into steel. I'm not going to waste that iron and make it into an iron item. We have such a limited amount. I'm going to flat out just make everything that we have that is iron and turn that right into steel. So that's exciting. I'm excited to see how that turns out and what goes on with that. Actually, I don't need to even mine out that. We've got... Oh no, that's malachite, sorry. I was thinking that was marble. Marble is what we want to bring up to the surface. Marble is going to be our flux stone. That's what we're going to be using. You can see, like, we've come down so far and we haven't found, nothing useful. Though we did find a cave. You can see this cave here, which is, I'm sure, going to be unlimited sources of fun. So, yeah, that'll be interesting. I may set up a way to just pour water down here. Now that we have a cave, I know the risks that come with having a cave. I mean, that's how bite labor ended, so I've learned my lesson there. We've set up more and more of these stone traps along the perimeter. These are going to be, our first line of defense. Since our dwarves that we do have are very poorly equipped, I am going to be relying a lot on these things. Wow, there are a lot of iron arrows just being fired and left kind of laying around on the ground. I'm not even sure where those would be coming from, because we would not be firing iron arrows. We'd be firing bolts. So I'm not sure. Did somebody come by that I didn't notice, I wonder? Anyways, that doesn't matter too much. We'll try to collect those. So yeah, right now we are waiting for some marble to be brought up here. I've set up a stockpile for economic type economic stone, which should it does include marble right there. This marble is a flux stone, so it is an economic type stone. You may also notice these holes in the front area here. These are just simply little farming areas. They're not a big deal. They're just something like a small little project for farming. I know if I was a regular person, I could just farm up here, but it's just too messy for me and too much going on. I just wanted a nice, clean slate to begin farming on, so I just dug down a little bit. Though we had a small collapse, so we've got wood planks constructed as a floor there to cover up that hole that I made that managed to fall several layers through. But yeah, it's just a couple wood planks there. Shouldn't be a big deal. Hopefully nothing can smash through those too easily. We've also started paving out front. I wanted to pave over this little pond area, but I was too lazy to make it a uniform construction of the same kind of blocks, so it's all random block types. So it looks quite ugly, but it works. Makes this whole area out front flat, and I'm sure eventually we'll do something out here and we'll use a little bit more of our of the land that we have, because right now we're using so very little of it. Also, I'm not sure if I neglected to mention that we do actually have a barracks going here, and we have dwarves training. You can see here they're leading wrestling demonstrations right now and practicing wrestling. So the dwarves are currently training. We have like I said, a small military here. 6 guys. I think they are set to, minimum of 4 training. So the cobalt creators, there's a minimum of 4 of them that will be training at any given time. So these guys should be working their skills up. So 4 will be training, 2 could be on break. Another thing that you might notice flashing over here is a bridge. I've made a lead bridge to make a atom smasher here. For some reason the construction's been suspended. We have more than enough lead bars to do this, and then we've set up a slate lever here so that we can open and close that bridge and just smash the hell out of whatever we decide to put down there. I'm not sure why that got suspended, but we'll have to keep an eye on that and make sure that it doesn't keep suspending. Maybe I have to dig out around it a little bit, or even possibly make the bridge slightly smaller for that space, but we'll get to that eventually. So that's going to be our atom smasher, as many of you have requested. There you have it. Somebody's just brought a lead bar to it, so it is under work, but it's going to be a while. It takes quite a lot of lead bars to build something that huge, but lead being the heaviest metal in the game, I figured would be best for the atom smasher. I don't know if it makes a big difference if I could just make it out of wood, but I figured why not? We've got the lead, just do it. Maybe we'll make some lead blocks later and do something with those too. I don't really know. Other than that, we've got the still running. We've got people making easy meals. We've got our stocks. I'm quite proud of these. We've got a nice little stock of food by the looks of it. So we've got wine and milk and all kinds of stuff stored away here for the dwarves eating. I'm not even sure what some of these are. Oats and vine whips and finger millet plants, and lots of good stuff in there. So that's another exciting thing that's kind of going on around the fortress. Farming, I'm not, so used to doing. It's something that I've never been big on in the past because it takes so much time to do. But here we are trying new things, and hell, we even traded a little bit. So that's a big step for me. I don't think you guys understand that, but trading is something I've always, for whatever reason, just put off and never really done. I don't know entirely why. But now that we have no access to iron bars, I don't really have any other choice but to trade for iron items and then just hopefully smelt them all down. But I think trading will be good for us. It's going to procure us a good spot and standing with the dwarven community that surrounds us, and maybe get some nobles to come visit our fortress, or maybe get some, I don't know, maybe even secure a position for one of our dwarves. Uh-oh. Somebody's grown attached to a silver mace. At least it's the mace and not like a copper weapon or something. Because I think silver is really great for, a dwarven baby has been found drowned and dead. That's kind of really depressingly sad. There's just a dead baby in the river. That's kind of really sad, man. I don't know how the baby managed to drown. Dwarves like jumping in water sources. I don't entirely understand it. It's just the thing that they like doing, and it's a thing that I just have learned to accept with dwarves. That, I could spend hours setting up, well, not hours, but I could spend all this time setting up restrictions and all this good stuff. But in the end of the day, the dwarves are just going to do what they're going to do, and they're going to kill themselves. It's just something in their brain. I think they just know at the end of the day, this game is going to try to kill them. You know what? Have fun. Fuck it. Get drunk and jump in a river for a brand new pair of socks or something absolutely ridiculous. And who cares, right? Who cares? We were able to get... There was something actually jamming one of the floodgates here. We were able to get it out. I've temporarily shut this off, though I may open that back up. Actually, I should open that back up. But we had this shut off just to get some clothing out of one of the floodgates that was holding it open. Though I'm going to just close that again. Make sure I'm looking at the right ones. This is water drain tunnel. Yeah, so we'll close this. And then afterwards we will pull the bottom switch, which is the main intake. And we'll just have some water kind of hanging out in here ready to do what it does best, which is kill everybody in sight. So it took quite a while to do, but for what it is, it was well worth it. Our lead bridge is complete. All that needs to be done is to hook it up with some mechanisms, and we have what I hope will be a functioning atom smasher. So once that's been hooked up with some mechanisms, we're going to try opening it and dumping some garbage in there and just seeing what happens to it, or maybe finding a dwarf that we don't really like and just putting him in there and seeing what happens to him. In other news, we've got the main, hopefully what will be the main part of the fortress well underway. Did we get any more golden statues to put in here? We did, thankfully. Because that was uneven. So we've got a room with some golden statues in here. That's going to be our throne room. We've got a gold throne coming here. I'm going to put a silver throne next to it. I don't know why, just one next to each other. That would be kind of cool. Because it can't quite be centered just because of the way the room's been designed. You can see some constructions going on down here. These are going to be churches or whatever, I guess churches or god buildings anyways. And this is going to be our tavern. That's going to be the start of our tavern anyways. And then we're going to come down here and we're going to do a great hall also. But I wanted a tavern. We've already got a crappy great hall, but we don't have a tavern yet. We're going to have to do a library and all that stuff. We're going to have to do a lot of things. But I figured, you know what? Let's start with churches and a tavern and start bringing in the most interesting of peoples into our fortress. So yeah, this is going to be our tavern. I'm going to fill it up with gold chairs, gold tables, gold doors, obviously. I mean, what kind of Axtromance's room would that be without a golden door? Speaking of, actually, just looking at that, I realized that we have a lot of animals kind of wandering stray around the fortress. I'm not sure why, but they shouldn't be, so I'm just going to have to make sure that they're all penned up properly, because I don't want them dying in the fortress and causing some kind of miasma outbreak. I like how also we were, just digging a tunnel out, and we hit more gold. Like, I don't even care anymore. It's just gold. Oh no, a thief. Oh well. Let him take things. Really, we don't need it. Let the thief just take whatever he wants to take. Who even cares? Did he get away? By the time I get the military out there after him, he's going to be gone. Let's see if he hits anything. Does he even get through the traps? God, he's running around on the hills like an idiot. Oh, he stepped on a trap and he seems fine. Those traps are garbage. He walked right over them. No big deal, and he's gone. Yeah, that's it. Oh well. So he's gone. I don't get it. It looked like he stepped on a trap to me. Maybe I didn't see that right. Maybe something else happened. Who knows? But yes, you come down here, you can see some nice construction going on. I'm gonna start the long, awful, and tedious task of smoothing some of the stone out. That's going to tie up a lot of our idle dwarves and probably ruin a lot of our production value, because everybody will just be simply working on smoothing stone once we get that underway. Other thing that we're doing with some of those idlers is just melting down the gold that we have. It's going to be a long process to melt this all, so I figured we should just non-stop be melting this gold down. Some of them were working on pig iron and steel, but I think that production's all done. No, we've got a couple pig iron bars in here, so actually steel can be done. I guess we just ran out of steel before. Where is... Come on, steel. Why isn't... steel is not showing up? Oh, you know what it is? It's that we don't have any flux hauled up right now. We're going to have to wait for more flux stone to be hauled up. And to get more flux stone hauled up, we have to go into the mines, and let's see where it is. Ooh. We should have lots of it. Oh, you know what? You know what else, though? We do have lots of flux stone, I bet. But a lot of it's probably being used up real quick by the mechanists. These mechanist guys. I bet there's some marble mechanisms in here somewhere that we could find. Or something's happened with them. Yeah, there's a marble mechanism. Yeah. Some of them are being wasted on things that they don't necessarily need to be wasted on, but I'm not too worried about it. We've got lots and lots of marble that we can keep hauling up and hauling more and more and more of that up anyways, so not a big deal. Let's go see if that bridge has been hooked up. Yeah, it has. Alright, so let's pull that lever. Let's set that up to be prioritized, and we'll try dumping some stuff in there and seeing how that goes. Alright, this is all I could really find that I was comfortable smashing was this stupid kitten, so we've penned it in here, and let's see what happens when we pull that lever. Do that now. And let's take a look at what becomes of this kitten. I don't know, like I was looking around the fortress looking for some garbage to break up, and I realized that's going to be a lot of work trying to, you know, not only find something and then designate a hauling zone for that, and then that's not even necessarily what we're going to be smashing full time. And I figured, hell, why not just smash the hell out of an animal? And then I looked through the animals, seeing what we had, and a kitten was about it. But it looks like it's actually okay. Do that again now. The kitten's alive on the other end of that bridge now. That kitten is pretty badass. It says he's a legendary climber. I wonder if that... Did he climb the bridge up? I don't get it. But he lived. He's still there. I mean, a bit weird. Alright. This guy's gonna come and pull the lever again. Let's see what happens this time when they pull that. Bam! Pull the lever and the kitten's fine. No big deal. Kitten just doesn't even care. He is absolutely fine. Not too sure, so let's just put that guy back into his stupid little pen, and we'll have to find something proper to smash. We've got a bit of clothing that was laying around, some socks and a leather dress. Let's try smashing that. Prioritize smashing the hell out of some old clothes. Apparently we can't kill kittens, so let's just try and see if we can smash up some pigtail socks. How's this gonna go? No? They're still there. I'm not sure why that didn't work. Looking it up on the wiki, the only thing that I could find, maybe, the only hint of anything that I could find, is maybe just to the type of ground that we're doing this on, being peat moss, is maybe affecting that. Maybe I have to make like a more solid ground. I'm not too sure. I'm a little bit upset about that. That kind of sucks. But, yeah, that really does kind of suck. I'm not sure why that didn't work. Hopefully we can get that going. That was a lot of, that wasn't really a lot of work to set up a lead bridge. I'm just going to complain about it as if it was. I mean, why not, right? But I am going to call it here for this episode, guys. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys know what's going on with the Atom Smasher, let me know. I'll keep looking into it on my own, and I'm going to obviously try and figure that out. But for now, I'm sorry to everybody that wanted one. I did try. I tried to smash a kitten, and I tried to smash some old clothes, and neither of that worked. But yeah, anyways, again, let me know what you guys think. Leave a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And thank you guys so much for joining me.